The easiest way I found to cut fiber cement, obviously with this tool, which is really hard to cut, and I don't have a grinder to cut it, but I thought grinder is just not worth the money that I need to pay to get one. I don't have one, so I've got this tool for about $20 or so to cut it. But to get a nice decent cut, straight cut on the fiberglass, I thought the best way is to sandwich it between two strong pieces of wood, clamp them down, then I can go ahead and keep marking it so that I get a nice groove in there, and then later on, because it's sandwiched in, just wiggle it and it'll just cut off. So I'll show you how I do it. If there's any easier way, please do let me know. So. And running out of breath. So that's how I've been cutting. If there's any better way, let me know. Now, to be able to cut the doorways, which actually is right angle, obviously we cannot put straight wood and try to cut that with this tool, because we end up having this bit. So I got told you actually have to use a grinder with some diamond head something to be able to cut this bit out, and then use this tool to cut and wiggle, like you've seen the other previously, cut that bit out. But not having a grinder and also not wanting to spend any money on that, I've got my hacksaw cutter. Now this obviously will cut through the fiber cement, but by the end of it, it'll be ruined. It won't have any teeth left. But to buy this for a couple dollars, much cheaper than a diamond head grinder head, round things, and a grinder. So I thought I'll just use this. I'll cut this bit out and then do the rest the other way. See how we go. It's actually getting pretty ruined already, because I've already used it before to cut out a few other bits and pieces. I might have to change the tip. Time to change the tip. Okay, new tip, let's continue. Done. So we align that and we cut it as the last one. And here's the last screw for the BlueBoard fiber cement boards. Okay, so let's have a look. That's all done. All the boards done, and the doorway is done as well. So we've done all the blue boards. And the next stage would be is to do the eaves, which I will use some of the boards that we got cut off from the door bits and a few other bits and pieces. So, and then the rest I'll just have to order a few more once I measure them. Yeah. And another milestone. So we have all of the boot boards done. This is the
one side, the back, and at the same time you probably can just about see the hole for the exhaust fan right there. Sun is a bit shining, but yep. And here we go, that's the back. This is where the wiring for the air conditioning is, so this is where the air conditioning will be sitting at the bottom there. So that's all done as well. These are all the plastic bits that will get either screwed or glued at the corners, as well as the bottom outside skirting, so it doesn't get damaged. And of course there's going to be an architrave around the door as well. So it's getting there. Now that I have all of the fiber cement panels installed, next is to do the gypsum thing that goes between the two panels. And I need to put this wire mesh thing, as you can see there. So I'm just sticking them at the top so they stay, and then I will put the gypsum mixture putty thing on there, and I should actually keep it there. And here is an example of at least one done. You can see there, and all of the holes that have screws holding the panels, and they're gonna have the gypsum as well. But this gypsum is a rapid set, so it takes about 20 minutes and it will dry. So by the time I got 20 of these, this was like not long ago, maybe about 10 minutes ago, and they've already dried. So I got to do a small bit at a time, and so that I don't get dry, putty, gypsum putty. So I thought I'll get all of my meshes stuck. So as soon as I've got enough mixture, I'll go in and putty them, and it'll be all done. So hopefully I'll finish this by end of today.